But anyways, chat, this card I actually thought it wasn't interesting enough to make me read the rest of the Warrock cards though. So I guess we can gauge the interest of the card based on that. Warrock Dignity. Quick play spell. You must control a Warrock monster to activate either of these effects. When a monster, your opponent activates its effect, negate that effect. So just based on this, it's already like infinite impermanence. But it's a quick play, so it's kind of better. Well, no, it requires a monster on the field, so like maybe it's not better. During the battle phase, when your opponent activates a spell, trap, or monster effect, negate that effect, and then it's a hard once per turn. At first, chat, when I first read this effect, I was like, holy shit, it's Infernity Barrier. But then I realized it has to be in the battle phase, and I was like, would you really want an Infernity Barrier that only works in the battle phase? Like, I don't know if that's... Because I was like, hold on, why would it negate a monster effect twice? Like, I didn't read the whole battle phase part. I was like, why would they make it negate a monster effect and then negate a monster effect again? Like, that's kind of redundant. But it only works in the battle phase, so that's like, But this was the card that kind of caught my eye. Other than that, like, I guess fuck this archetype, chat. It wasn't interesting enough to make me read the monsters. So, chat, I guess I'll ask you guys, are the monsters good? Because I did not read any of these 3 monsters. I don't really plan to. This one looks kind of cool. Yeah, he looks cool, but I'm not gonna read them. I'm not gonna read them. Like, they're not worth me reading. Do I ever plan on playing remote duels? Ask Smitty. Maybe Smitty. At one point, yes, I did plan on. At one point, I planned on playing remote duels. But I don't know. I find the format, if I'm just being honest, Smitty, I find the format dreadfully stale right now. And it doesn't have to do with the fact I'm not like, you know, oh, Winda needs to be banned. It's the worst thing ever. Ban Alistair. I'm not even like complaining necessarily about the cards that are in the format. It's just like, I don't know. It just kind of feels like the same decks. You know what I mean? And also the whole cheating thing did actually... That actually put a damper on like my what's the word I'm looking for, chat? My excitement and enthusiasm. That's the word. It put a damper on my enthusiasm about just playing like remote duels in general. Because like I actually think, yeah, enthusiasm is the word. Like I think when you're watching streams, chat, does anyone else agree that it's infinitely better or more entertaining like watching someone play a remote duel than watching Dueling Book? Like, I don't know, maybe for you guys it isn't, but like when I watch like Gage's stream or even like Pack, like it's way more interesting watching them play remote duels than watching them play Dueling Book. Like, I don't know, something about the aesthetics is just remote duels. Really? I think it's better. I think it's a better, like, visually, it just seems more interesting. And that made me like get really excited about playing remote duels. But then it's like, I don't know, maybe I fell into the ban list trap of, oh, the ban list is gonna save the format, it's gonna save everything, blah blah blah, and then it just doesn't. Remote duels greater than DB by a mile, says Bear. I mean, that's kind of how I feel. I'm just talking about, chat, not actually playing, just from a visual perspective. Maybe it's because, you know, I've seen Dueling Book / Dueling Network for years, basically a decade now, but I don't know, I just like the presentation. Like, I can't be the only person, chat, who just likes looking at physical cards. Like, I don't know, there are certain cards that I just kind of like looking at, you know? I've never watched a remote duel stream except for the one time Belza failed. Selza played remote duels? I didn't know that. CavG remote or CavG streams remote dueling win. I don't know, chat. Like, if you guys, I can't even say if you guys really want it, I'll do it, because that's like, I don't want it. I feel like you guys would be twisting my arm. If one of these two things happens, chat, then I'll do it. Number one, either the format just gets like significantly better / more interesting, or two, what's up, Grinder? How you doing tonight? Or two, like, my interest just kind of comes back. Because I think I'm in it. I'm in a cycle right now, or like my interest in Yu-Gi-Oh is like cycle based. Like, there are peaks and valleys, chat. It's like a stock or a roller coaster. Like, sometimes it's really high, and then sometimes it's really low. Like right now, I'm just really low. Remote duel against Sammy. I mean, why would I have to remote duel against a Yu-Gi-Tuber though? I don't think that that necessarily makes it, like, I don't think that that makes anything better. Did I see the news about the YCS? You mean the remote duel YCS? Smitty, that's gonna be the biggest fucking debacle in the history of this entire game. I'm talking, that might be Yu-Gi-Oh! Story worthy. Like, that's going to be an absolute shit show to have a YCS. It's fine. It's fine when you're doing these little scuffed 16-person tournaments that in the grand scheme of things, no one actually cares about. Because, like, who cares if someone wins a remote duel invitational? Congratulations, you went like 3-1 or something like that and you won a tournament. Ooh, you're so good. But to actually play like a YCS that's gonna be like 13, 14 rounds, yeah, that's gonna be bad. Can I get a 1 in the chat if Cap G can win a remote duel YCS? Because I actually feel like I can. Oops. Give me a 1 in the chat if Cap G could win a YCS remote duel event. Bro, just open up Droll, Gamma, talents every single game. GG no re. And just play a deck with a 1-card starter, right? Like, play PKs and just always open up. What's the combo, Big Pimpin'? Tour Guide, Kagemusha Knight? Just always open Tour Guide, Kagemusha Knight every single game. That way you just audit, like, and I have talents too. So, like, please hand trap me. Please hand trap my, try to hand trap one of my monsters so I can talent shoot. Jesse Khan's making a comeback. Can't wait. Been waiting for a return to competitive play for too long. Oh, this is next month? Pog. Here's the question. Okay, here's the legitimate question. When did Jesse Cotton, like, go away, quote unquote? Or, like, he's saying that he's making a return, but, like, oh, next month is just whatever. The month that I'm thinking it's June. Like, to me, chat, I just consider 2020 like not even almost a real year for Yu-Gi-Oh. You know what I mean? Like, if you didn't play Yu-Gi-Oh competitively in 2020, like, did we had what, 2 YCSs or something like that early in the year? It's like, did 2020 even happen? You know what I mean? Like, in terms of just Yu-Gi-Oh. LCS doesn't count. No, it doesn't count. So, like, come on. It does. It just, like, 2020, like, it's like a blur of a year when it comes to Yu-Gi-Oh. It's like, did it even happen? Does not need to cheat like that one person. Oh, you mean the guy in my video? I mean, we can't confirm that he cheated, Kappa, but the evidence says that the evidence that I think I provided says that he cheated. I don't want to get sued by this guy. Smitty, only tournaments from 2020, chat, that actually count are Smitty's tournaments. That's the only tournament from last year that actually counts as a prestigious top. And we have one of the top 2 players in the stream right now. Unfortunately, he didn't win because I guess Mech Knight's too OP, but he got second, so there's that. If this format is so bad, what's a good one? That's subjective. Like, this is gonna be my opinion. Let me think. What was the last format that I really liked? God, chat, everything in Vrains was like so scuffed. Hat, Kiss Yourself, Rise of the Duelist, what exact, Salamangreat, Dino Rabbit. I love all those formats. No, I'm trying to think of something in Vrains, chat. You guys are gonna make me pick the Sky Striker, Salamangreat, Thunder format. Like, that format is so. The problem with that format is it's just two things. Vrains was a flop for, like, competitively. I hate to say it, chat. Was Vrains horrible? Chat, was Vrains horrible from a competitive? I feel like it was. Like, I really hate to say that the whole era was bad, but it kind of was. Like, the entire era, 3 years was just bad. Like, it kind of was. Like, did I enjoy certain moments? It actually ruined the game. I hate to say this, BP, because as harsh as that criticism is, I think it's, hold on, chat. Real question. Did the Vrains era ruin competitive Yu-Gi-Oh? Because I hate to say it, but I think he might be right. Because this whole way of playing Yu-Gi-Oh now, of like, your deck needs to like set up a bunch of negates or be able to like break a board. That's pretty much like that kind of started in like Vrains. Pens was worse. Maybe it didn't start in Vrains, but to this extent, Vrains was supposed to slow down the game. Two-turn Yu-Gi-Oh! I mean, that definitely started in Vrains. Or, I don't know, chat. I think overall the Vrains era was fucking horrible. The second half of Eternal format was actually god-awful. What is this Eternal format you guys are talking about? Is Eternal format like... Give me a date for that. I think you guys are talking about Sky Striker, Salaman, Great, Thunder, right? And then Orcus. Orcus being like the fourth deck. But like, yeah, those decks were such a... Those four decks were meta for so fucking long. Like, I don't really know like what time frame you guys are talking about, because didn't Sky Striker come out in like 2018? And I feel like until Engage got banned, it was basically good for the entire time. For like the entire time that Sky Striker existed, it was good, except when Engage got banned. All of 2019, Zexal was the best era. You can't change my mind. Zexal is my favorite competitive era, but I think GX was probably better. Lion Kingdom. Yeah, I think because like I didn't play Dragon Ruler Spellbook format, chat. Like I didn't play it IRL, but I played a little bit of it online. That shit is like, it's so like, that is like throw up level, chat. Like Dragon Ruler Spellbook is so fucking bad. If you want to play any deck that isn't one of those two decks, you might as well just throw your deck in the fucking trash. Cause like everything that's not those two decks is just unplayable. Like I hate that format with a passion. Were there many FTKs during Zexal? I'm not sure I can remember any. Alright, if you're talking about Evil Swarm, yeah, okay. Like, people say Evil Swarm is like the third deck of that form. It really isn't. Because Evil Swarm loses so hard to Spellbooks. It's like, oh, you don't have Eradicator Virus, or you went second? Yeah, good luck with that. Kaiser Coliseum, that's not an FTK, it's just a Floodgate. There were several major ones, like, name some. Because I can think of FTKs in like 5Ds and other air, but I'm not sure about Zexal. Like if we're talking about like meta FTKs, Pendulums, yeah, but that's from Arc V. We're talking strictly in Zexal, Smitty. So from when did Zexal start? Like 2011 to like 2014? Like I can't think of any FTK. I mean, you're not gonna have any Pendulums because there's no Pendulums in Zexal. Black Garden FTK? Show me this, Smitty, please. Like show me this. I don't remember any like big consistent or any ones that like topped or anything. Pistol Blood says, I need your very good opinion on the next list. Okay, so ban list. Do I think that Dragoon and Verte Anaconda or some part of that combo is going to get hit on the next list? Yes. I think that, but I don't think it's going to be bad though. I think what Konami's going to do, I don't think that they're going to do like what the OCG did, where you just have like, I think the OCG hit what, every single piece of that engine. They limited all three cards, which, I mean, I guess. I think they're just going to, what's it called? I think they're just going to limit Dragoon. And then I believe Dragoon's going to get banned after that. But as I've said before many times on this channel, chat, Konami will not ban Dragoon until they reprint that motherfucking card, because there is no way they're going to ban a $70 card, chat, without reprinting it first. It's not going to happen. I can't think. Actually, no, wait. Maybe there is precedent for that. The precedent for that would be, I guess, Spellbook of Judgment, because that was like a $100 card, and they didn't reprint that. They just banned that shit after one format. But Konami generally doesn't do that, chat. Like, there's just so much money to be made by reprinting the card. Like, if I was Konami, I wouldn't do that. That's just dumb. Like, why ban Dragoon when I could just put it in like some shitty set and just sell the set to like sell it to, I can't think of the word, but sell the crap out of it.